It is a dark time for the fandom. Evil forces of corporate greed and malfeasance have conspired to render the once proud franchise a shadow of its former self. Left with no other alternative, Rebels return to a time when things were fun and hopeful, a time of legends. Welcome to X-Wing Redux.
Hi folks. So last time around, we cleared the approach area to the Death Star trench. So this time around we're going to see how the B-Wing would have performed had it been the starfighter of choice for the trench run rather than the X-Wing. So welcome back and let's get to it.
In your B-Wing, follow the nav buoys to the Death Star trench. Turn left and descend into the Death Star trench. Follow the trench to the exhaust port. Use your proton torpedoes. Beware of Imperial TIE fighters. They will send their best after you. In your B-Wing...
This mission looks again at the Battle of Yavin. How well suited would a B-Wing have been for the crucial Death Star trench run? With almost as much speed as an X-Wing, and considerably better armor and shields, it seems the B-Wing would have been ideally suited to the task. As you know, Alliance scientists and engineers had analyzed the captured technical readouts of the Death Star and discovered its weak spot. The Death Star proved to be vulnerable through an exhaust outlet located in an equatorial trench on the battle station's surface. A proton torpedo fired directly into this exhaust port would cause a chain reaction in the artificial moon's reactor core that would destroy the entire Death Star. This daring attack would be made by a single starfighter in the hands of an exceptionally courageous pilot. Follow the nav buoys to the trench, turn left, and dive down into it. Your B-Wing's engines have been modified to triple their thrust. Your ship's computer will boost their output once you're in the trench. The exhaust port is located at the end of the trench. Watch targeting computer for when the exhaust port comes into range of your proton torpedoes. May the Force be with you. Alright, let's do this. Okay, here we go. So, got a few fighters to deal with before we actually go into the trench. Just a couple of problems. The initial group of 3 ties isn't too much trouble. But there's gonna be some more coming. They are definitely gonna be an issue. So the guy on my tail is tried to make this as kind of movie accurate as they reasonably could, but you don't have Han Solo or Biggs or Wedge coming in to help you out. Yeah, and here is our Darth Vader analog. A high advanced, aka bright. He is an annoying pest. He's very fast. He has shields. Yeah, just all around not fun. Can't tank hits like a B-Wing, but is definitely a significant threat. Oh, and he's got friends who are slower than him who are going to be here in a few minutes. Kind of in my best interest to try and knock him out as quick as I can, which is tough because he's way faster and more maneuverable. And I kind of need to keep my shields up because there's some bombers coming in with missiles and there's squints that don't have missiles, but they're annoying. Yep. Squints are here, or dupes are here, because I'm locked up, getting locked up.
Red leader, incoming missile. Red leader, incoming missile.
Well, I shot one of them at least. I mean, okay, I can take a hit or two from a concussion missile. It's not the end of the world, but it's still annoying. Just kind of fight hanky. Okay. So now it's time to deal with some other guys, because they're here and they have a similar amount of firepower, if not more in the case of the dupes, but they don't have shields, so they're easier to take out. So take a moment and deal with them before returning my attention to the Bright, which will probably have fully regened his shields by then, but it's kind of okay. It's just annoying. But of course, this is also one of those arguments for why old games are still relevant. And even getting into a Star Wars relevant argument specifically, but I think with the rise of high difficulty, retro difficulty, whatever you want to say, games, usually kind of Dark Souls like style now, and the games with kind of a punishing old school difficulty curve. I mean, it's worth pointing out. Where'd the old school difficulty curve come from? From old school games that were difficult. It's and this mission is probably a pretty good example because it's tough. It definitely takes a few tries for most people to get it right. Like the dogfight's not even the most challenging part. get into the trench. That's the big challenge. Because it's a combination of energy management and hitting stationary targets and dodging obstacles. And it's tough. I think a modern version of this game, which I love, but a modern version of this game would probably have this split. I mean, honestly, a modern version of this game with some kind of modern engine would probably roll the previous mission plus this mission into one, and you basically just have 3 parts, with part 1 being dogfight, take out some surface towers, then checkpoint. Here comes the opposition before you can go to the trench, which is where we're at now. Then checkpoint. Show a cinematic of your fighter diving into the trench. And then you're in the trench. And then if you die, you just go back to that checkpoint. Versus this, where every time you hamburger it in the trench, it's all the way back for the whole 20-minute haul. I guess it could be worse. They could have had missions 5 and 6 as one. I guess would be they didn't because of memory issues. This guy's almost dead. But, you know, I mean, you can make an argument, well, is that... There we go. Got it. Let's see, nav buoy 1, nav buoy 2, which means we roll in that way. Alright, everything is fully charged, so now we're going to make our run in. Cue the cinematic. There was no cinematic. Do it all in your head, right? Okay, so third person, that perspective, and roll inverted. And pull. Do that right? Actually, that would be terrible. I'd be pointed the wrong way. I need to go this way. So it's probably more of a philosophical thing at this point than anything else. I mean, honestly, I would probably be happy with I'd be happy with checkpoint save, just because it would save me a lot of time, but you know, then you lose that old school difficulty curve and yada yada, etc., etc. It's the way the game was meant to be played. How about that? I don't know. But regardless, it is what it is, and we're going in. Okay, dual link the torpedoes for later. and stand by. As soon as I get within firing range, all hell's gonna break loose, shooting at me from all these towers that line the trench. So I'm trying to get in, not take too many hits. When you get in, your speed increases, so you bump up my recharge rates to max. And now it's a matter of keeping an eye on your shields. Take out as many gun batteries as you can. Because the less things shooting at you, the better off your shields are. Also, don't get so target fixated that you crash into something. Clicks in closing. Totally missed that pair right there. I feel like I've got a good blend of speed. Where I'm moving fast enough but also giving myself enough time to mostly be evasive. So whack most of the targets in my way. Ports in range.
Stay on target. Nice shot.
Got it.
Nice shot.
Barely. I had no front shields and red damage. Woo. All right, well, that was an adventure. So thanks, everybody. And, yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Hey, thanks for watching, everyone. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. I put out new videos Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Central Time. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.